Jesus is black. Every coin and statue of Christ prior to the rise of white supremacy has him as black. The oldest painting of Jesus, which I think is in the Cairo Museum, I have a picture of it, a replica of it. He's black, and all 12 of the disciples is black. Y'all saw the president of Russia, Putin. He went down into the Vatican, not the Vatican, but the cathedral in Russia, and showed you all the black images of Christ in the disciples. Remember now, the word Christ, Christos, which is a word that speaks of the soul that rises within. Christ is a title. In ancient African culture, you could not be called a Christ if your son was not black, if your skin was not black, because the melanin, the chemical, not color, it's power, it's energy. The melanin is what gives you the ability to access higher levels of spiritual consciousness in the first place. So you had to be dark to be a Christ, because the darker your skin, the greater your spiritual propensity to reach higher levels of spiritual reality. You tap into other dimensions based on the amount of melanin in your body. So he had to be black. Every prophet was black. There was never a prophet that came into this world of any religion that was not an African, because African people are the children of God. We are the chosen ones. Being chosen has nothing to do with being a Hebrew. It has nothing to do with being Muslim. It got nothing to do with being Jehovah's Witness or a Christian, none of that. Being chosen is being God's original people, and that is the African. We're the black, we're the color of the black soil, which is the richest soil in the world. Why do judges wear black robes? Why do you put on a black robe when you graduate? Because blackness is divine, it is divinity. So if they get you to tap out of your blackness, you tap out of your divinity. The biggest scam being ran on black people is color don't matter. You know why it don't matter? Because they don't have it. Remember, every other race comes from you. You're the only race who comes from God. Your DNA goes to God. There's no race that can say black people came from us. But guess what? Everybody has to say that about you. Everybody came from the black man. The first ancestor in China, black. First ancestor in India, black. First ancestor in Russia, black. Show me a people who don't have Africans as their ancestors. Now show me a people who can claim that they are the ancestors of the Africans. Nobody. We are the chosen ones. But we got to tap back into our blackness. Your blackness is your birthright. It is your connection to supreme consciousness.
So does that mean that if you don't have melanin, then you can't access God?
Well, first of all, everybody has melanin.
Okay.
Even Neanderthals. They just have a very small amount of it.
Gotcha.
Right? Everybody has melanin.
Okay.
We have the highest amount. Can they access? Yes, but not as quickly, not as efficiently, and not as powerfully as you can. You feel me? A black person tapped into their spirituality is God incarnate. God incarnate. And see, I understand why the snow bunnies are attracted to black men. Because on a spiritual plane, the white man, he can't take them where you can take them spiritually. Also, in terms, the first law of existence or survival is self-preservation. So the white woman will be attracted to a black man she hates. You got white women who hate black people, but she feels drawn to the black man. Like, why do I want to copulate? I don't even like black people. Because on a subconscious level, your ancestors are screaming out, go get some of that black DNA before your ass no longer exists. Remember now, in America right now, what do we have? 25 of the 50 states have a white zero growth population rate. Right now, 25 states have more white people joining their ancestors than being born.
Oh.
And I don't wish that on nobody, you understand?
Right.
But my point is, they're struggling to survive. They're already the world's minority. They're about to become a super minority. And that's why they need your DNA to give them an energy boost so they can survive a couple more generations.
What do you say to society putting, when it comes to the color, black, white, where they make black like darkness, almost evil, almost, and white, light, pure, blackness, lack of color? To your point, look at the numerical code that the Caucasian gave to melanin. Y'all know what the numerical code is for melanin, right? 666. The numerical code for the chemical that makes us black is 666. In other words, he demonized your spiritual power because he don't have it. Remember now,
When the white man used to hang our ancestors, he castrated us 99% of the time, right? You could hardly find a black man hang who wasn't castrated. Why did he castrate you? He hung Chinese, didn't castrate him. Hung Jews, didn't castrate him. Hung Italians, didn't castrate him. Why did he castrate the black man? Because of your genetic superiority. We are the only men who can reproduce ourselves in any woman. Any woman I lay with that's a black child. He can't do that. The white man can only reproduce himself with a white woman. If he lays with any other woman, he remakes another one of her, not himself. He hates the black man for that. You have genetic supremacy. You can go anywhere and make a black child. He can't, he hates you. And cutting off your penis is a metaphorical and symbolic way of cutting off your power.
So with that being said, let me ask you about the LGBTQ community.
The rainbow.
Yeah, what do you feel the representation like? When I look at Elton John versus RuPaul.
Is Elton John rainbow?
He likes him. Yeah. So exactly. They portray him like when you look at Lil Nas X versus I can't know anybody know another white young who represent, I don't know, but it always makes us look like we're just so flamboyant.
They make us flamboyant.
Yeah, it's just
ultra feminine. Well, you know, when white people catch the cold, black people catch the flu. Anytime they have a problem, we have to take it to the 20th power.
Yeah, that's true.
And you see the same thing with the LGBTQ. Right? A white man to be you'll never know because he's not effeminate. A black man to be and he has to intentionally, still typically effeminize everything he does. He got to change the way he walk, change the way he talk, change the way he laugh. You understand? Yeah. He has to embody it to the 20th power. We do that in order to please them.
Damn. So
and for the black man, it's castration of black masculinity.
Yeah, dude, you feel like they want to, because they seem to put a lot of emphasis on that. When someone is like more flamboyant, they're like, oh, he moves 5 grades up versus if he was, you know, more reserved, more of a gentleman.
Well, remember now, we are living in an age, thanks to President Barack Obama, who all y'all voted for, we're living in an age where if you are a black male, you are being given a preference if you are. There is a black male preference in American society. And our boys are seeing how black male are being given privilege. If you look at the church, if you look at media, Don Lemon and et cetera, right? If you look at college and university, if you look in the film, even in music to some extent, black males have a greater likelihood of success than black males. They may be mistreated in the community, but purely looking at opportunity for success, the minute you say you are, doors will open for you if you're a black male. Why? Because a black male is no threat to the white power structure.
Right. So
he is no threat to the white power structure.
Right.
They will give him a job 50 times before they give you a job. They give you the job. They think his wife gonna want to give them pale cookies. Aunt want to give you cookies, right? If you hire a masculine black man, you can't mistreat him. You ain't gonna be able to keep the white women away from him.
Right.
You understand? You can't imitate his swag.
Right.
But if you get that effeminate black male, he'll be your best worker and your number one snitch.
Damn.
And I love all black folks. Brothers, I don't hate you. I ain't got no issue with you. I just disagree with your lifestyle. Stop running around telling people I hate you. I don't hate nobody. I love all black folks. I just disagree with your lifestyle.
Who should we have voted for?
Neither.
Thank you.
Kamala Harris had no agenda for blacks. Donald Trump had no agenda for blacks. You see, he only put one black person on his cabinet. And you see Daniel Penny, the murderer who our brother in the sub, Donald Trump brought him to the Army-Navy game to sit up in a box with him. So that he spit in every black person's face who voted for him. And I can't believe you have black people running around championing Donald Trump for president. That was crazy. It was crazy to champion Kamala Harris, but the champion Donald Trump too?
Can you list the reasons why black people should not be riding with Donald Trump?
Either one, though. It's not different. Like, see, y'all got this thing that Democrats are different. It's all the same. Okay. It's all the same. Number one, what has he said he's going to do for black people? Listen, we got 5 major problems. Miseducation, mass incarceration, gentrification and homelessness, police genocide, access to wealth. Which one of those 5 mega problems of Black America did Kamala Harris speak to or Donald Trump spoke to? Which one? None. None.
No prison, no.
So why are you voting? We should have organized our vote and not voted. The best thing we could have done was put them 50 million votes on the table and say, since y'all not speaking to us, y'all not getting them. Come see us in 4 years. Make them earn your vote. But you got people like Swollen Martin and all these other people running around trying to make you feel like you got to vote for somebody or you disobeying your ancestors. That's all crap.
Why? You know, when I tell people that, like, there was no viable candidate,
There wasn't.
and
But that's our fault too, though.
No, for
Because
sure.
we never make nobody speak for us. We let Barack Obama waste 8 years of our time, ain't do nothing for Black folks, set us all the way back. Obama set us back more than we realized, bro. You know why Donald Trump ignored Black people his first term? Because Barack Obama ignored Black people both terms. Why Joe Biden ignore Black people? Joe Biden came into office and told Black people, if you don't vote for me, you're not Black. Turn right around and sign what? An anti-transgender bill, Asian hate bill, Native American violence bill, gave money to the Afghanis, who Russia fighting? The Ukrainians. Ain't did nothing for Black people. He gave you Juneteenth holiday. What the hell we needed a Juneteenth holiday? Don't we party enough? We didn't need another holiday. First of all, we already celebrate Juneteenth. We didn't need the feds. You know why he did that?
Right.
Whenever the federal government adopts a Black holiday, they the power. They the power in Dr. King Day. Don't nobody take that serious no more. They Kwanzaa. When they started celebrating Kwanzaa at the White House, they it. People don't take Kwanzaa. It's commercial now. It's commercial. And now they then took over Juneteenth. In the past 2 years, Juneteenth has been taken over by the Rainbow Gangers. Go anywhere, the Rainbow Gang run Juneteenth now. I don't want the government adopting my holidays. We don't have nothing sacred in Black America. Y'all know that?
Mm.
What do we have that if you're not Black, you cannot do it or touch it or go inside of it? Think about that. Is there a place you can't enter unless you're Black? Is there a holiday you can't celebrate unless you're Black? Is there an article of clothing you can't wear unless you're Black? Chinese got things. If you're not Chinese, you can't touch it. You can't hold it. You can't be a part of it. Jews got that. Latinos got that. We're the only people who have nothing sacred. Anybody can come and do anything Black people do. Nothing sacred. That's our fault.
Invited
We have
to the cookout.
multiculturalized ourselves out of respect.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
It ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars.